We begin with the United States Senate, where today the Senate was expected to hold a vote authorizing the use of military force in Syria. But, as President Obama noted in his primetime speech last night, that vote has been delayed at his request, while he and Secretary of State John Kerry confer with Russia to see if their diplomatic solution to compel Syria to hand over its chemical weapons is indeed viable. Secretary Kerry is expected to meet with his Russian counterpart in Geneva tomorrow to go over all of this. And the next stage is the United Nations, where the United States, allied with France and the UK, will try to work with Russia and China to pass a UN resolution requiring Assad to give up his chemical weapons. But already there's some discord, as Russia says it can't support any UN resolution that threatens military force against Syria, while also forcing Syria to disarm. But the United States argues that the only way to get Syria to disarm is with the threat of military force. And in his speech last night, President Obama insisted that military force is still very much an option, meaning that while he's pursuing this diplomatic solution, he also has a gun on the bargaining table.
I've ordered our military to maintain their current posture, to keep the pressure on Assad, and to be in a position to respond if diplomacy fails. For nearly 7 decades, the United States has been the anchor of global security. This has meant doing more than forging international agreements. It has meant enforcing them.
But while the president continues his strong embrace of U.S. militarism in Syria, he tried to make the case that the U.S. is not the world's policeman.
America's not the world's policeman. Terrible things happen across the globe, and it is beyond our means to right every wrong. But when, with modest effort and risk, we can stop children from being gassed to death and thereby make our own children safer over the long run, I believe we should act.
But do Congress and the American people also think the U.S. should act? Now, while all of this is going on, the Senate is working on a new authorization for military force in Syria, one that hinges on all diplomatic measures being exhausted first before any targeted U.S. military strikes. Such a resolution may be able to attract more support in Congress, where lawmakers have received an earful from their constituents urging a no vote. A new CNN poll shows that more than 2/3 of Americans are confident that a diplomatic solution will ultimately prevent a U.S. bombing campaign in Syria.